So today we are going to use the ball, so prepare for loads of inappropriate innuendos as usual when the ball happens. I'm also going to use some weights. You don't need to use the weights, you can just use the hands. Remember, if you don't have weights at home, that's fine. Just use tin of beans and bottles of water. This is pregnancy and post-pregnancy safe up until a point. And when we get to the point where obviously it's not going to be comfortable for pregnancy, I will let you know. Now, remember when you're on the ball, you don't want your feet back behind your knees. You want them slightly forward, and you're just going to start by rolling the pelvis. So you're rolling nice little circles, just gently getting used of the ball. The thing about the ball is that you'll be fine once you've found your center of gravity, and obviously when you're pregnant and after, you will find sometimes that your center of gravity is just not as clued in as usual. And again, rolling. And this also will the ball helps you really, one of our camera people, I've just had a little bit of a side thing on their ball. It really shows you some of your weaknesses on the core or anything with maybe you're leaning too much to one side. We're going to just flick nice and gentle. You can see my shoulders are staying nice and loose. Just nice little flicks side to side. And again, just drawing forward and coming back. Now, if I did this, I'll do it at the side so you can see me. My upper body's staying still. I'm just doing those small little pelvic tilts that we often do when we're standing or when we're on our back. So nice and gentle, just getting the back nice and used of the movement. Now, again, remember you can bring your feet a little bit wider if you find it a little bit unstable. The more you bring your feet into that hip distance, the more you're going to have to engage that core. So again, you're just going to breathe out, come up shoulder height, and breathe in. And again, of course, you can go a little bit heavier. Now, you want to make sure that the arm is nice and long, and come back. We're going to do 5 more. Breathing out, breathing in. And again, remember, don't use the weights. You don't need to use them if you don't feel comfortable, or if you just want to have a little bit of core concentrated. Now I'm going to draw my arms up, just shoulder height, no further, because if you go that little bit further, you'll find that you're beginning to arch the back. Breathing out. 4 more. Breathing out. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. For 2. Last one, I'm going to hold it up. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And 3 more. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Last one. Breathing out, breathing in. I'm going to drop my arms down. Again, if you want to drop your weights, I'm going to stretch and come back. And again, if you want to drop those weights, please do so. It's a nice little stretch though with the weight as well. Make sure that the other hand drops down. You can slightly flick your hips. Breathing out. 1 more each side. Breathing out. Breathing out. Coming back. And I'm just going to bring my arms up into that capital E. I'm going to close my arms open. Breathing in. Breathing out. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Come back, reach up, back to shoulder height, up, back to shoulder. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Come back, bringing my weights just in front of me. I'm going to come off my ball, and I'm just going to come up onto my knees. Now I'm tucking my ball in nice and close. This is particularly good for those who are pregnant. If you're pregnant or you just feel a little bit unsure, I want you to bring that front hand onto the ball. As you lean yourself, you have your waist just wrapped and you want to let the shoulder go. Now you can bring one leg on top. If you feel a little bit more confident, you can bring the second leg back behind into that scissors action. If you're stacked, you should feel quite comfortable in this position. And you're going to let the body reach. And as you breathe out, squeeze up. I'm pushing my hip in towards the ball. And again, I'm keeping my hand just nice and relaxed. And again, reach. If you feel that you just don't have the confidence, all you can do is just squeeze. You want to cinch your waist and come back down. You're going to go for 5, for 4, keep those shoulders relaxed, for 3, for 2. Now last one, see if you can just hold it there, looking towards your foot and then just looking away. Make sure you're not scrunched up, just turning the head slightly, coming back. 2 more. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Come back. Bend that knee, just coming. You can either stay on your hunkers, bring the ball out. If you're a little bit tight, just put a cushion behind you and you're going to stretch and come back. So see how I'm rolling the ball slightly away. For 3, for 2, and 1. I'm going to come all the way up, face the ball, bring one hand in front, doesn't matter which one, drop the elbow. If you need to come a little bit wider than hip distance, do. I'm just going to roll the ball nice and gently side to side, just stretching out that arm. For 3, for 2, and 1. Switch it to the opposite side, and again, just nice little rolls. For 3, for 2, and 1. Come back, and again, I'm just going to rest on my ball. Now, I've got my elbow out nice and wide, my hands are there, and I'm just rocking forward, nice little pelvic rocks. Now again, if you want, you can actually lay on the ball, especially if your lower back is feeling really just that kind of heavy pressure. Just rocking forward and back, making sure that it's just nice and gentle pelvic rocking. For 3, this is a really nice one. Obviously for those who are in labour, this is a particularly nice position to get into. And just gently come back up, and we're going to switch to our opposite side. So again, remember, just come onto the side wherever's comfortable. Remember, if you want, you can keep that hand there if you feel that you're a little bit unsteady. And here, I'm going to keep my bottom leg bent just to give that idea. Remember, you can slide that leg out, reach, squeeze, and release. You want to relax down, reach, squeeze, and release. 4 more. Just make sure if you find your ball in the garage or somewhere else, that you're not blowing it up so it's rock hard. Make sure it's a little bit of a give on it. Last one. Now remember, I'm just going to hold it there. I'm just going to turn my head and turn my head. Breathing out. I can feel that I'm way more movement on this side. 2 more. Last one. Come back, bending my knees. I'm coming down onto my hunkers. Remember, if you want to have a cushion or something underneath you. And I'm going to stretch again. Just come back up. Rolling out. Come back up. rolling out. Remember, you can do any of these exercises, make them shorter or longer. Rolling out, come back in. Now, this is only for the first trimester of pregnancy. You're not really going to spend very much time on your back in the second or third trimester. It's post-pregnancy or anybody else, beginner and the like. You're coming onto your back and you're going to place the ball in nice and tucked in. So I'm really nice and tucked in. I'm bringing my hands out to the side. My shoulders are relaxed and I'm in neutral. And I'm just going to roll the ball side to side. Now, I am feeling a nice lower back massage, but I'm having to use my core so that the ball doesn't go like this. So I want to just have it gently rocking side to side. Nothing too much, but a little bit of core needed to control it. I'm going to go 2 more. Last one. Come back in. Place my hands down the side. Now, the further you put the ball out, the more you're going to have to keep that core stability. You choose whatever is good for you, either close in or further out. Make sure that your knees are hip distance, your hips are hip distance, and you're just gonna peel up and release back down. So gentle peel up. You can see how I'm slightly rolling the ball in and out. Breathing out and try and kind of focus in on, sometimes what people find is that they might be a little bit wobbly, that they're leading with one side or the other. For 2. Now I'm going to try and bring my arms in. If you want to progress to this, only if you feel confident. You might just feel confident with one arm and come back down and maybe switch to the other arm. Just do what feels good for you. Challenge yourself though. Last 2. Come back down and just keep the nice little bend on the knees. Now, if you're post-pregnancy, make sure you've had your abdominal check. If you need to contact me to know how to do it, if you haven't been checked, but anybody who's been in my post-pregnancy class knows that I've checked them out. So if you separation, you don't lift your head. Just remember that. Everybody else, you're just going to bring your hand back behind your head. Now I'm going to go opposite arm with the opposite leg. If you're post-pregnancy, all you can do, you can just lift and bend. If you feel that there might be some separation, I'm keeping my hips nice and steady. Reach, come back. Now my hand is slightly supporting my head, but it's not lifting. So if you want to, just keep the hand to the side, make it a little bit harder. See if you can tap for 3. Chin to chest, looking down towards the belly button for 2 and 1, and gently coming to the opposite side. So remember, you can just keep it where you're going. Tap and bend, keeping that pelvic floor and that core nice and engaged, keeping the level of the hips. Tap. Or again. Gonna do 4 more. Remember, if you need to keep this head to the side, last 1. Come back, circle the hands down, walk the ball out, place your ankle and just draw in. Now this is a lovely stretch, especially around the hips and the glutes. You can hold this, or you can just slightly rock again side to side, just kind of going from buttock to buttock. And I would say again, just around 30 seconds. Come back, stretch out the leg, opposite side, and again. Nice little stretch around those glutes. Again, you can rock side to side. And just coming back. I'm just going to push the ball here. Just imagine that this is against the wall. Again, for anybody, or especially for pregnancy, it's a nice one. You can see I'm nice and wide. And I'm just going to push against, and I'm just going to stretch my arms up and around. So my back is nice and supported with the ball. I'm going 3 more. 2 and 1. I'm going to change direction. This is just a nice, especially if anybody's feeling very just stiff on their lower back and they just need a little bit of support. And then again, just put your hands to your knees. Now, just be mindful if you've low blood pressure, don't bring the head back, but if you feel confident, you can just stretch back and rest. Mind that you stretch the neck, that you don't shorten in, because you'll find that you actually feel a little bit shorter breath. And just, you can scoot slightly forward and just lift, allowing your pelvis to move in whatever direction you want, and just rest in that position for as long as feels comfortable for you. Remember, like and subscribe. If you have any questions, you can always leave them in the comment. Thank you.